What is good, YouTube? It is your boy Straight Beast, back with another Fortnite video. So, my previous video I was talking about how I had bought a SCUF controller, the SCUF Impact to be exact, in order to see if I would get any better at playing Fortnite. For you to really get any better with using that controller, you have to get used to using the controller first of all, and that is honestly a lot harder than I thought it would be. And so, it's just all about adjusting to the fact that you have buttons or paddle sticks on the back of the controller. And so now, like, normally when you have your when you're holding a controller, you probably have both your middle finger and your index finger or whatever, I don't even know, like near on the back of like the handles or something like that. But now that you have paddle sticks right there, now your middle fingers, you're gonna have to use your middle fingers. And the majority of us aren't really used to using our middle fingers to play video games or to hold controller or anything like that. So I was just pretty much just trying to figure out how can I get used to using this SCUF controller, or like getting adjusted to, like, I don't know how I could do it like really fast. So in this gameplay right here, this is the first game that I tried it, and I'm surprised it did pretty good on it. But instead of having all four paddle sticks, because the previous video I had all four paddle sticks on it, but I just set two of them on each side to one button. So I had two on the left for X and two on the right for circle, instead of having to use triangle and square because it was unnecessary. So now instead of having four paddle sticks, I have two paddle sticks now. And then I ended up taking it from 2 to 1. But in this gameplay, I was mainly I think I used two paddle sticks on here. No, actually, I only used one paddle stick. I used only one paddle stick, and it was just a circle. Because getting used, it's really tough trying to getting used to using two paddle sticks already. And my timing with like jumping and all that kind of stuff, and pulling out my build menu, is still not as fast as what I would be doing it if I was using just regular circle and square. Circle and X. So I removed the paddle stick that's binded to X, and so now I just have circle. And so I feel like doing this adjustment will be a lot easier. Trying to get adjusted to just one paddle stick. Because before this, I just removed all the paddle sticks. First of all, I just want to get the feel of the controller first. Because with the SCUF Impact, if you're playing PS4, you got the regular PS4 controller. You basically, going from the regular PS4 controller to the SCUF Impact, it's a bigger controller. And I didn't even know that. I didn't know it was a bigger controller. As you can see in this gameplay right here, I'm struggling so much just trying to switch my build menu to my gun. It was terrible. But I still clapped them though. And as you can see, the building is getting better though. My timing is pretty good. This is just using a regular X button, not the paddle stick. But I'm using the paddle stick for circle. But as I was saying though, I didn't know that it was a much bigger controller. I just bought the SCUF Impact just to see how it was. I should have probably done some research on it. But so getting used to a bigger controller, the feel it was tough. It was just tough because, for one, if it's just a wider grip, I'm not used to doing that, and it feels like I'm playing Xbox all over again. I hadn't played Xbox in so many years, but once you get the feel of the controller, then it gets a little bit easier from there. And then after getting the feel of the controller, then you can start slowly moving into like using one paddle stick. Like this is something that isn't going to be like overnight you're going to get used to using a SCUF controller. And I kind of thought maybe this would probably be like that. Nah, I thought wrong. But so yeah, it just takes a lot of practice, to be honest. So now that I'm using just one paddle stick, using circle, I get the feel of actually using my middle finger, because that's the thing that people have trouble with most, is just using your middle finger. And also, like somebody had commented on my previous video, they were talking about how using a middle finger on the side where L2 is, like using that middle finger on your left hand, it really can also mess you up, because you'll sometimes accidentally press L2, like when you're building, because you're trying to jump and you accidentally place a oh my god, you accidentally place a ramp. And I have been doing that a lot, and it's like very, very hard to try to get used to it, because like when I'm pressing my middle finger, I accidentally use my other finger where my L2 is usually at, and I accidentally press that. So I should have probably put my hand cam on here, but I forgot to do that. What I would suggest to do if you have that kind of problem is that you can try and like how do I explain it? When you have your when you're trying to like jump and stuff, like keep your finger like floating like away from L2. Like I should have put a hand cam on here, but keep it like floating from touching your L2. So I will probably put my pointing finger, like let's say like I'll just keep it like off of L2, just keep it off the controller in general, because normally you probably will be always having it like touching the controller, but just try and keep it off of it to see if that will help. And honestly, I think it's a lot better to do that, but still, if you're really trying to get used to it, I highly suggest, I mean in my opinion, I suggest just removing the X paddle stick altogether. And I feel like you will have a lot better results just starting off with one paddle stick instead of two. Because I mean, with this stuff, you just can't jump right out the back into using two paddle sticks, or maybe even four. Well, maybe with four, but two you might be all right. And honestly, I'm seeing better results right now. As you can see in this gameplay, this is what my second match of the day. And I mean, it was what 9 kills, supposed to be 10 because I was messing around too much, but yeah, though, that's basically from what I've learned so far is what you probably would have to do. I mean, that's what I have to do. Some people will probably have a whole lot better method, or they're just better adjusting to things a lot quicker than me. But I think this is just something fun, just a challenge to do, though. My building is getting a little bit better, just because I would say it's just like being quicker with using the paddle stick to because the thing is, what I've been having trouble with is like when I did have the X paddle stick, is like pressing X and the paddle sticks on both of them if I needed to jump from like placing a floor, and it's just being quick with it, you know. And it's all that I'm having a problem with. It's just coordination is really tough. Just trying to train your middle finger. But I have been getting quicker with it just by using just the circle paddle stick, and I feel like anybody else can if they just use one paddle stick. I mean, that's just my opinion. I think it would be a whole lot better just to do that. But yeah, that's all I have for this video, man. If y'all have a SCUF controller, y'all are new to using it, I hope this helps you in a way. Right now it's been helping me, and sooner or later I'll get used to using 2 paddle sticks, and maybe I'll try using 4. But when it comes to Fortnite, you really don't need 4 paddle sticks for Fortnite. You know, because I don't need to like I can take my hand off the controller just to I'm not taking my hand off, but you know what I mean, just to reload or press triangle to switch to my axe. You know, I feel like that's unnecessary just to have on the back of your controller. You know, I think you'll be all right just using 2 paddle sticks. And you know, you can see in this gameplay, you know, the building is getting better, but at times I still don't build just because I'm still trying to, you know, just for me, I'm really trying to use a paddle stick, and sometimes I just can't use it. Like I just got to keep shooting, you know. Eventually, if I'm getting shot really bad, then of course I'm gonna build. But other than that, I mean, these guys weren't even all that good though, so I didn't really have to do any huge build fights. I was lucky enough that I didn't have to. But yeah, though, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope this helped you in a way. Hit that like, subscribe if you're new. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay, and I'm out. Wait, what's the other guy? I don't see him. go, baby. Where you at, bro? Oh, you serious? This is supposed to be a 10 kill game. How do you get caught in the storm, bro? Oh well.